Good morning, welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Friday, January 2nd, 2026. Please do subscribe, follow, and like this video. This is a reading today for the sign of Virgo. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Spirits, please help with this message today. So the first card we have in your reading today is the Eight of Cups. So it does look like you are facing a disappointment or something that you're walking away from or abandoning at this time. Next we see the Page of Pentacles. And this is a feeling of feeling blocked in a situation. You may have really lacked a solid plan. It's definitely a time to readjust and take a look at and adjust your plan for the future. It does look like this, due to it being Pentacles, this could have something to do with money, potentially. And then we see the Three of Wands. So this is a vision that you have for the future. An inspired plan, optimism, foresight. Wanting to make forward progress. And then we have the Chariot, but it's in reverse, and this is Cancer energy. So things aren't moving forward as you'd planned here. And then we see the King of Pentacles. So I do notice that you are moving from a Page energy to a King here, but you're still in reverse. And this is again Pentacles. This is a stubborn energy. You may be feeling really miserable. Definitely taking on an authoritative position, but very much self-focused. You may be being very hard on yourself at this time and just pushing yourself to see results. On the back of the deck, we had the Knight of Wands. So I do see, as far as pushing yourself, yeah, you're being aggressive. You're very passionate in what you're doing, but it's not bringing about the result that you're wanting from all of this energy that you're putting into this situation. And then we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now this, either you're stepping into a different energy here, or this is another person. And this potentially could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But you're facing a very aggressive and demanding energy. And you can see they're looking at you, but you ain't looking at them in these cards. Okay. And their energy is, at this point, they're trying to fill their own cups. They're wanting to get to a point of contentment and satisfaction in the situation. Okay, so then I did go ahead and pull some clarifying cards. So for the Eight of Cups, we have the Page of Cups. That's coming out in a reversal. So this is definitely an energy of being very much in your emotions, coming off immature, selfish, unable to really express yourself, because you're overcome with this sadness and this feeling of failure that you're having to walk away. So you're really in your emotions there. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So you're feeling, and that's in reverse, you're feeling blocked, like you're lacking a solid plan. When I clarified this, we've got the Two of Cups. So this is some type of partnership. It could be a relationship, but it could also be some type of a financial partnership that you have as well. And then we have the Three of Wands and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So as you are seeing or looking towards the future and you have a vision for it, you're in an energy of wanting to step forward and manifest what it is that you're going for. And this does look like a financial opportunity. So you definitely do look like you have hope to be able to turn the situation around, but as we move in the energy, next we have the Chariot in reverse, which is not moving forward. And to clarify that card, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the King of Wands. So you're definitely feeling some sadness at this point in time here. Things are not going as planned. More of a holdup. You're feeling very stubborn in your energy, but ruthless and opinionated, abusing your power here. Or this person is, whichever side of this you're on. And then we have the King of Pentacles. That's a feeling of stubbornness, miserable, being very self-centered, being quite hard on yourself, really pushing for results. You're moving very quickly forward, swift action, but you're in a Four of Pentacles energy. So the Four of Pentacles, when in a reversal, you're being very possessive, focused on material things, controlling, greedy. I see you here facing this other energy. Who's becoming demanding at this point because they're looking to At this point, they're feeling like they need to look out for their own interest here. To clarify this, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords in reverse. They're realizing that a plan and strategy just is not working. What's going on here is not working. To clarify, the Knight of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups. So you or someone's rushing around. They may be really having not just a lack of focus, but just completely in their illusions about the situation. But there is a new path, a new beginning. But you've got to step out of this energy, this plan, this union, your partnership, whether it's a relationship or a financial partnership of some type. As it is here, this is not working. I went ahead and pulled a couple Mystical Dream Oracle cards. So the first one we got here for advice is Mentor. Mentor symbolizes guidance and inspiration. Dreaming of a mentor suggests your soul's desire for enlightenment and growth. It indicates you're entering a period of learning where wisdom and guidance will be key. The mentor's presence signals you may be ready to receive valuable lessons for spiritual and personal breakthroughs. Okay, and then we got one more card here. Okay, the next one that came out is Demon. Demon represents inner darkness, temptation, and unresolved conflicts. Dreaming of a demon suggests you're facing hidden or denied parts of yourself, such as fears or past trauma. It challenges you to transform these dark aspects into sources of strength, urging you to confront your inner shadows and heal from negative emotions. And that's hard when you've been through something that's very traumatic, that really just affects how you process and, I guess, on a mental level, which comes out in your actions here. But it does look like at this time you're being urged to confront these shadows. Let's get a little more advice. We'll just pull some advice from the clarifying life situations. But it seems, based off these two cards here, you may have someone coming into your life who's going to be a blessing with helping you to overcome some of these things. Maybe that's who this person is here and they're just getting tired of it. But it's definitely time to enter a period of learning where wisdom and guidance will be key. Okay. Let's see what other advice we can get from Spirit here to pull into this situation. Spirit, what is the advice for Virgo? Rough road. Okay, and that really does speak to the demons, because it's really rough when you have negative emotions from the past that you just really can't seem to get past. Rough road, preparing carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. So it does look like you have a lot to work through here. Spirit, tell me how collective needs to prepare. Give us some clarity there. I'll take as many advice cards as you need here. Right track. You are going in the right direction, so just keep moving forward. So, especially if you're currently at a point in this road where you're really tired of what you keep getting from your actions or the effort that you're putting into this situation and other situations in your life, if you're feeling like you're having a bit of enlightenment at this time and Spirit is showing you another direction, they are confirming you're on the right track here. But you may also still be at this point where you're preparing carefully. So let's get some more advice here. But you're not going to get a different result here doing the same thing. I can tell you that much. Spirit, what is the advice? Oh, okay, I'm going to take those. We have manifest the new, embrace, change, and envision your desires, allowing the universe to align with your intentions. Embrace change. You can't do the same thing. What I was just saying. Envision your desires. Take some time to really think about, maybe even write down exactly what you want to get out of this situation, how you want to change it. And then once you have a clearer vision, let the universe align. So don't rush around in this energy that you were before. Take the time. To really think about what it is that you want so you can have a clearer vision of where you want to go. You may need to write out a solid plan because that's been lacking here and it keeps coming up. Okay. Duality dance. Seek balance. Kind of, I don't want to say this, but you're running around like a clown is kind of what it's saying here. Seek balance. You're off balance. You're all over the place. Amid the chaos, and find harmony within yourself. And that's key, is finding harmony within yourself. Because if you're not in that energy, then how are you really going to be successful in what you're trying to do? If you're not in harmony with yourself, how are you going to be in harmony with other people that you're working with? Slow climb. You are getting there. one steady step at a time with a little bit of effort. So it's not going to take a huge amount of effort, but it will be a slow climb. That means it's not going to be quick, swift results either. One more. Okay. Divine timing. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. All right, this is the advice today, Virgo. I do hope you have a good Friday, and until next time.